From the New York Post, Trump threatens Commanders' $3.7 billion stadium deal over Redskins name change. Epic. So, I've not seen anybody rocking Commanders gear.
No.
I was playing poker over the weekend, and a guy had a Redskins shirt on. I bought my Redskins Ziploc bags when they changed the name, and I put it in the storage unit because that's going to be worth a lot of money soon. Unless Trump changes it back.
Yeah, right.
If they change the logo, if they change it back and they don't go to the old logo, then you might have a little value there. But the whole Commanders Redskins thing, look, the poor Washington Redskins have been terrible for a long time. It's a sad state of affairs. So if I were the owner of the team, I would do anything I could to help try to get that team out of the doghouse, because the poor Redskins have been awful for a long time. And I actually am a little on the I have a soft spot for the Redskins, even though I'm not from DC, but still, I think that I think that anything they can do to help bring some attention to the team and maybe help the team win some games.
Trump says, I may put a restriction on them that if they don't change the name back to the original Washington Redskins and get rid of the ridiculous moniker Washington Commanders, I won't make a deal for them to build a stadium in Washington. I got to be honest. I feel like a lot of the people associated with the team are probably going to be like, oh, thank God. Because they're largely forced to do it. It was all duress.
Yeah, sure.
The weird cult took over, and then we pushed them back, and never again.
It certainly wasn't that the fans had, a desire to change the name,
Nor the family of the Native American depicted on the logo.
Yeah.
Who actually liked that. I don't think like a royalty from it or something.
Yeah.
I was at Four Corners recently, just a couple weeks ago, and I'm leaving Four Corners, and I'm driving through Arizona, driving through an Indian reservation. And what do you think the mascot for the high school was?
White people.
Redskins. Same logo.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
My high school was a Redskin as well. I hope it still is.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see him change it.
There was a funny video. There was a post where some dude was like, sometimes it's hard to believe that the COVID era was real, but I sometimes play this video to remind myself. And it was some guy making a fake musical where he was running around his town singing about how after he gets his fourth vaccine, not a joke, his fourth vaccine, he'll be able to go to shows and hang out with friends again at the bar. And it's like, that's how psychotic these people are. Do not let them have power. So we're taking it back. Trump's got to bring the Columbus statue back to Columbus, Ohio.
That would be great.
Can you believe that? They took that down.
They took a lot.
They took the Teddy Roosevelt statue down outside of the Museum of Natural History.
They took a Teddy
New York,
Roosevelt.
right? Yep.
They took Teddy Roosevelt down. That's fairly shocking.
How close were we to losing Abraham Lincoln statue in D.C.?
Oh, I'm
It
sure.
is absolutely insane. Didn't they take Jefferson out of like the Capitol or something?
Well, look, everyone knows. We talked about this a long time ago, but like everyone knows that the point of that wasn't that these people were uniquely bad. It was that they want to erase America's history.
Right.
Because anyone that communists or the left would hold up in high esteem, they've done equally terrible or worse things. So the idea that people that the left would want to memorialize are somehow morally superior, that's just ridiculous. It's
like
all about destroying America.
Cultural Revolution did the same thing for Chinese culture.
Did you guys see the Mehdi Hassan Jubilee?
I saw some of it.
It's one of the worst because he doesn't actually debate. His first premise is that Trump is pro-crime for pardoning J6ers, and it's like, well, that's just one incident of his supporters. But the problem I have with it, this is why we do the culture war. This is why we're doing the culture war live. It's why we're bringing people up on stage to debate us, because I don't like how fake the debates are, and it's frustrating for me to watch. So I don't blame the regular people for not knowing how to debate or having their thoughts. They have an idea they want answered, so they're basically asking a guy a question who doesn't answer the question fairly. One of the premises that he had, Mehdi Hassan, is that immigration is good for this country. And that's such a vague general statement that means nothing, that he ends up, no matter what someone says, he argues that it proves his point that immigration is good. And it's like, okay, immigration, if you're talking about like what, let's say immigration meant one guy came here to share, how to build a nuclear reactor with our scientists. Yeah, it was fantastic. Immigration was great. Then you can argue 50 million people came here by force and overall, okay, that's not good. So it's a silly statement. But I bring it up because the one thing nobody asks the guy is define good. And of course, what does he do? The whole debate, nobody asks him this, but he does bring up that it's good for the economy. It's the graph go up argument.
Yep.
So long as we're all making money, it's a good thing. Well, I argue this. Money isn't everything, okay? The Democrats only want their money. Donald Trump threatening to reverse or to block this unless they change their name back is Trump saying there is something this country has had that I deeply care about and don't want taken away. It doesn't matter if you're an immigrant. It doesn't matter if you were born here. What matters is that we had a football team. What matters is that we had baseball fields. What matters is that we had the Christmas market every year in our town. And we'd go to the local restaurant where the little train would go across the ceiling, hanging from the ceiling. And that was Christmas Eve. That was Christmas morning. And Trump says, I like that and I want to keep it. And that's why I would argue, Mehdi, if we're talking about immigration in the sense that a handful of people would come and some changes are made slowly over time, it's like, sure, fine, whatever. But tearing down our statues, changing the names of streets, all of that weird crackpot commie revolutionary garbage must be reversed.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge difference between legal immigration with the goal of assimilation and adopting the American culture.
That doesn't exist anymore.
I know it doesn't. But you know, to the extent that it does, I do support it. There are still people who want to come to America, who want to become citizens, and if they come here legally and they're going to play by the rules, I support that.
So,
but what we've had under Biden, of course, was uncontrolled immigration and balkanization, where once you get in, it's not like I want to become an American. I want to go live in the city where Minneapolis.
That's right.
Exactly. So I mean and look at who's running for mayor there. I mean it's crazy.
Okay, you've convinced me. In 3 years, I will be 42. I will be able to run for president, and my one policy will be limited migration. However, of the small amount we allow in, they must choose a sports team to represent. They must learn about it and wear those jerseys for 2 years as a requirement. Otherwise, out. So, and we'll keep an eye on you. This guy will be, he'll come in and I'm gonna pop over and say, hey, you took off that Cowboys jersey. Out.
What was last week's score?
You're more kind than I would be.
Why, moratorium?
Yeah. End immigration for at
WNBA
least 10 years.
Does the WNBA count as a sports team?
No.
I think we need to.
No.
Okay,
obviously
so
not.
that's out.
That's
So-
fake.
And actually, that's a trick question. You'd actually ask the migrants, what's your favorite WNBA team? And if they answer, out.
That's good.
If they,
I support that.
and because the only acceptable answer is, what's the WNBA?
Yes, I like that.
What does this? I have no idea. Yeah, you're good.
You know
You're
what
good.
the WNBA is? The WNBA is the Colbert Show of the sports world. Completely subsidized by its parent organization, despite having monumental losses.
Have you ever seen those compilations of women, the WNBA, and it's just like, have you ever watched the WNBA?
Nope.
It's like a minute of them struggling to get the ball in, and they can't do anything.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't even know what I'm watching.
They owe the viewers money
They owe
for
the viewers,
tuning
yeah.
in. They
makes
should
sense.
be paying the tuner.
Yeah, we should get reparations for any second watched.
Absolutely. I mean, look, I was watching Shaq today, or I was watching a clip where Shaq was talking about it, and he's like, "Look, they need to lower the
rim.
So
round
that
thing.
way,
The round
so
thing on
that
the
way that way they can get dunks, because that's
Nah.
what people watch male basketball for. I think that should be the next thing they do to try to attract viewers. I don't think they're going to
I
attract
don't
viewers.
care about women dunking.
I don't care about women.
The main point, however, is
I don't care about basketball.
yes,
to be honest.
guys, it's low hanging fruit to rag on the WNBA. I get it, and so I have no problem if when any immigrant actually here's what it is. When the immigrants come, the only way they can actually get a visa is if they agree that we'll get rid of the WNBA. How about that? Deal?
Okay.
Phil, deal?
Yeah.
Okay, deal. If an immigrant comes in, you can be like, I don't care if you know about the Constitution. I don't care if you know about our laws. I don't care if you know about 3 branches. I want to know what you think about the WNBA. Get rid of it. You're in, buddy.
Let's put that in with the Visa Integrity Program, that if they buy a WNBA ticket, they're out.
That has to come
You
after.
forfeit,
He's
you forfeit,
gone.
you're too
That has to come after the moratorium, though. Still,
Well, okay.
We need people. We need people to assimilate, and it takes time.
Honestly, the only thing that I've liked about the WNBA since it started is Sophie Cunningham going after whoever it was that was, fouling her teammate. I mean, like, that was a solid moment.
That's the attractive blonde lady, right?
The field goal kicker.
Is she a field goal kicker?
She kicked field goals in high school.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.